Hello, Speed Gaming, and welcome to this match between MrGuyAverage and Zeb316 as part of the Super Metroid Randomizer multi-category tournament. I'm Glove, and I'm joined on comms by Count Cranberry. How you doing today?
I am doing well. I am excited to see this match. I'm pumped.
Yeah, you really can't ask for a better match than this.
Yeah, this is one of the first matches for this week's randomizer set, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see. Zeb316, I would say, is actually quite heavily favored here, but you definitely can't count MrGuyAverage out. MGA definitely has the better movement, but these settings are Zeb's bread and butter.
It's kind of technical proficiency versus randomizer experience.
Yeah, I think that's a fair way to put it.
That always makes for an interesting race, for sure. Just for our viewers, before we get into it, this is week 5 of the randomizer tournament, so we've got major minor split on our items, all the major item locations, your 16 kind of unique power-ups, and then E-tanks and reserve tanks are all shuffled. And we've also got full area rando. So what that means is the game has been split up into kind of major thematic areas. They're in Criteria / Blue Brinstar now. But there's transitions like the one to Rex Ship or the one to Turian. These have all been shuffled. So when you go through that gate that you would expect to wind up in Turian, you could wind up in Lower Norfair or in Kraid's Lair or anywhere else in those other areas. So a lot of interesting routing that we're likely going to be seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think area rando major minor definitely makes for interesting decisions. Very skill intensive settings.
One of the first choices, if they do find power bombs down here, would be to check that transition on the other side to meme route. Now we haven't seen power bombs yet. How do you feel about that in area rando?
Oh, I think if you can check this area transition, you do it like just 100% of the time, basically.
An early speed booster.
Yeah, so we're not going to be able to check that transition today, or right now, unfortunately.
Yep, no option but to go up. No explosive to get through, or no power bombs to get through that transition area. So one other note, the past couple weeks we have seen boss rando on, and it is turned off for this week. So it is vanilla bosses this time around. Also had vanilla map the last couple weeks, so it's a little bit of an adjustment to go back to area randomizer, I'd imagine.
Yeah, Oh, very nice. We are seeing Zeb, or we saw an attempt for Zeb to check the major behind or below Old Mother Brain. That's a very difficult trick he was attempting, and he looks like he just bailed.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been in logic, so we probably wouldn't have found our logical power bombs or super missiles, but it could have been an out of logic instead of that ammo and reduce that hunt down for sure. But yeah, I can imagine that speedball is a very difficult trick to pull off.
Yeah. We have a screw attack here. So this can actually put off our power bombs by a fair bit.
Yeah, pretty much the only thing you'd need power bombs for now is the power bomb doors themselves, and maybe a few, pretty difficult to screw attack blocks. And it looks like we might be seeing a gauntlet check from MGA.
Yeah, I think this is decent. Like, I think I understand why Zeb wouldn't go for it.
It's always one of those, 6 one way, half a dozen the other, because you can always come back later. Gauntlet will be here, but with area rando, you never know when you're going to be routing back to landing site. But no E-tanks makes this check a little bit scary.
Yeah, and just bombs here. Or, well, not just bombs, actually. Those bombs are pretty nice when we don't have power bombs yet. And GA can also check the miners back here. Oh!
Takes an unfortunate death there. I'm wondering whether he'll go back for those bombs.
I will... Yeah, he is going to. I think maybe you have to hope with that death that, like, Zeb is going to be hard up for power bombs.
It looks like Zeb right now just checking transitions, getting a lot of good information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Zeb values finding portals very highly.
The no spazer check, we don't have super missiles yet, so that major will remain a mystery for now. Seeing a lot of Meridia connections.
Alright, MGA really needs to hope that he gets supers and or power bombs here. But it's just missiles.
Oh, it's heartbreaking.
That could have been huge. And Zeb did take this. This is a one-way. I'm not sure when the last time Zeb saved was. But it doesn't matter because there's Greenbryn.
Yeah, that's always a scary proposition. You go through that door, you don't have a way to get back. If these two transitions had been heated rooms, Zeb would have been in trouble.
And Kraid.
Yeah,
But
good
he
information.
can't do it.
It doesn't have bombs or power bombs.
Well, I have to imagine he will by the time he is done with Greenbryn.
Yeah, Greenbryn should be a bounty of checks, although without power bombs or super missiles, that could be tough. You head into Big Pink, you don't have super missiles, you can't get back out. So again, you're facing that situation where if the transitions aren't friendly and you don't find those miners, you might be stuck again.
Mm-hmm.
But not a problem this time, as super missiles are there in the tube miner.
Alright, let's see what we got here in Greenbryn. Oh, the other side of Warehouse. And there's power bombs.
Well, we found all of our door keys, so to speak. Don't have to worry about getting soft locked, at least due to door color. Looks like Zeb's going to be taking a waterway check. Makes sense, has speed booster.
Yeah, if you're here, you're always going to be checking this. And plasma is very useful. So with Screw Tech and plasma, Lower Norfair is going to be a lot more comfy cozy.
Oh yeah, you definitely want those items heading through Lower Norfair, especially if you can't find that back entrance.
Mm-hmm.
It is interesting though, our Zeb having only found a single reserve tank for extra energy. We're finding lots of the kind of unique majors, but those E-tanks are in pretty short supply. So that's one thing that they're probably gonna have to figure into or factor into their routing once they finish up Green Bryn.
Yeah, and you did just see Zeb take a cheeky little farm there, get him to 89 energy. So the big side hopper in this room does 80 energy, so if something went horrifically wrong, then Zeb could have taken a death there. However, with 89 energy, generally with Screw Attack, you're never taking more than one hit in here. Usually 0, but even in the worst circumstances. Yeah, nice.
It never hurts to have a little bit of insurance for sure. And meanwhile, we're seeing MGA heading down into Upper Norfair, so we're going to see these at least high jump check.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have a way to do ice check. You would need more energy for that. Or, well, okay, now he has... He could see the item with 199 and potentially get out. I don't know.
It'd be tight.
I don't think you could do that without the help of at least like space jump or something. Oh. So Gravity Suit makes things pretty interesting with Area Rando because now you've opened up West Meridia as a sort of hub with its 4 portals. So we can see a lot more traveling through West Meridia, as well as, of course, checking Mama Turtle, which is there.
Yep, absolutely. And I think we've seen 2 portals into West Meridia already, too. So those other portals on the other side will definitely be targets for exploration next. What do you think?
Yeah.
If you're in Zeb's shoes, do you go West Meridia first, or do you head into Upper Norfair?
Especially with this loadout, West Meridia for sure. And something that Zeb has said is oftentimes in area, there's something you can do to avoid hell running. And if you can avoid hell running, you generally should because it is very slow.
Yeah, that's that's excellent advice. Advice I should probably follow when I have my race next or later this week.
Yeah, also shoutouts to having found almost every reserve tank. There's just one more at large.
Who doesn't love 0 or 1 plus 3 hell runs? I mean, that's the content our speed gaming viewers came to see.
I love the pause menu.
We should be seeing the Green Brinstar elevator transition here momentarily. We'll see where this goes.
Yeah, if this is nothing, I would expect Zeb to maybe check high jump and then West Meridia. Yeah, we can't really follow that right now with Zeb's health.
What about, so Zeb does know where Kraid's lair is. Do you think he makes a play back there first and then heads to Upper Norfair?
You are absolutely right. Kraid's lair is right by the Green Brinstar exit. So yeah, he'll definitely go to Kraid.
Yeah, Kraid is one of those, at least in weeks where boss shuffle is off, Kraid's lair is a juicy target for area rando. 2 majors there, and a boss that you can kill with just about any loadout.
Right. And there's not that much time to be saved by putting it off. Like, you're saving maybe 20 seconds at best by putting off Kraid until you have a better loadout. Because the rooms aren't expecting you to have speed or anything anyway.
Right. And with its position at the top of Red Brinstar, it's possible that you never even really route back to it if you take you take the Green Brinstar transition to Upper Norfair.
Whereas, I'm trying to remember, what was the middle transition in Green Bryn?
The left side of Upper Norfair entrance, the other side of Kraid's face.
Right. Oh, I do have it mapped on my tracker. It's just hidden by another line. Yeah, nice super here. One of the interesting questions with really any setting is when do you start committing to ammo versus charge? Here with Major Minor, you're much more likely to expect to find charge, but charge can still be in some really nasty spots.
Oh yeah, for sure. Plasma is definitely one of the spots that doesn't get routed in too often, I would imagine. Our good friend Shack Tool.
Yeah, GT.
Yep, all possibilities and all still on the table. And Zeb going up against Kraid. Let's see if we can get a quick kill in. Textbook.
Nicely done. Oh. So, Ice Beam, not necessarily going to get us any progression, but it does save a lot of time.
Oh yeah, for sure. You always love to see Ice Beam as you route it in.
I guess in terms of progression, it could potentially provide us a way up the worst room in the game, if our runners are forced in a situation where they need to do Lower Norfair from the front. But it's unlikely by that point they'll not have found any other items.
Yeah, absolutely. It does provide that option for Zeb, though. MGA does have bombs, so he can just infinite bomb jump.
Yeah, and I wonder what MGA's plan is here.
It could be, you know, as you were saying at the beginning, if he feels like Zeb might have an advantage, might be checking the Croc transition, seeing what's there. Or wait, did he come in through the Croc transition?
He came in through the Croc transition, so I think now he's doing some Bubble Mountain checks. He has, I believe, 2 reserves. I think he skipped one of them. So this isn't as bad as it looks necessarily, especially having a Crystal Flash on deck. It's still annoying farms, though.
Yeah, for sure. And speed does make Speed Booster Hallway a little bit faster.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he skipped 2 reserves. Then he only has 2 tanks here, so he kind of needs to find one.
Yeah, that's those are some tight hell runs if he doesn't find another one here.
Yeah, I mean, I know that he has a CF, but if you are relying on CFing each time, that's a lot of farming. And he's going for North Fair Reserve.
Ambitious. That's
with
that's the word I'll use. Ambitious.
with gravity and screw, he can do this. But yeah, he's probably just peeking it. Oh, wonderful.
Not what I think MGA wanted to see. But it does mean that he doesn't have to spend his Crystal Flash. He can just reset and then have that on board for his next check.
Yeah. And at the same time, Zeb is actually checking that item's vanilla location right now. Shout out to the X-ray check. Not as cool with grapple, but still neat. And that E-tank is honestly not unwelcome.
Yeah, no, anytime you're sub, 3-ish E-tanks before you're heading into Upper Norfair without Varia, any E-tank is welcome. To answer chat's question, Ice was at Kraid boss reward.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of hoping to see an E-tank here for MGA.
Yeah, he doesn't need it. Shoutouts to that one Golden Chorizo Code puzzle recently, but it would definitely help. I don't know if he can get this pause in. Oh yeah, he's fine. So he should be able to survive on this just fine.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to make it back to the farm spot with a little bit of cushion.
Oh, and is that a vanilla spazer? Unfortunate.
That's what it looks like.
And Zeb, there's certain items in this game that you just face check, and sometimes it comes to bite you. So MGA was able to put off using CF in speed. So this wave power run is still going to be scary, but not nearly as scary.
I believe it's in logic with 4 tanks, so 2 plus 2 with the Crystal Flash.
Yeah, I mean, Crystal Flash, it doesn't really double your tanks per se, but it definitely adds a lot more. Oh, and Zeb finds those high jump boots.
That will definitely make movement a lot more comfy. Oh, nice grapple across.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. Okay, that is a great find for MGA. Those hell runs paying off with Various Suit.
So, yeah, this...
I think that just opened this race wide up.
Yeah, it's not often I say this, but Zeb really needs to find a way to catch up here.
Yeah, it's a little unclear how long it's going to be before Zeb heads to Upper Norfair. Doing the Meridia checks.
Mm-hmm.
If he heads out the right side of Meridia, either down Crab Shaft like it looks like he's heading right now, it all kind of depends on where it spits him out.
Oh, and wrecked ship is right here too. So, like, if... A lot of this race, in my opinion, is going to come down to the location for charge.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where charge could be where one racer would run into it and the other wouldn't. The only thing I could think of is if I can't imagine Zeb hits wrecked ship or the top of wrecked ship before finding Varia in Upper Norfair. So odds are we're not going to see the top of wrecked ship.
Yeah. Ice is behind Kraid, yeah, so MGA will for sure get ice. I mean, not 100% for sure, but it seems unlikely that he'd skip that unless he's doing Kraid absolute last. Alright, yeah, and Zeb is doing Norfair now, and he should have a much easier time with Norfair. So, yeah, Zeb isn't necessarily behind since he does have Kraid completed. Excuse me. Plus some additional knowledge compared to MGA.
And that E-Tank is going to make Bubble Mountain that much smoother.
Absolutely, as well as high jump boots. High jump boots are actually pretty huge here.
Oh yeah, not having to make those tight wall jumps that MGA was having to make is absolutely a time save. And Zeb with the smooth ice escape.
Yeah. Meanwhile, MGA definitely had a decent Fantoon fight.
Probably be seeing that right side of wrecked ships item here in a second.
Hmm.
So you're in MGA's shoes. Do you head out Forgotten Highway and check that transition, or do you go back and check the other Upper Norfair transitions? I guess there's just one left, but
I think I don't know. I think you kind of have to at least save scum the Forgotten Highway transition here. Shoutouts to these max percent GT strats from MGA, even if he's not executing them. Can't let his head get too big. Ooh, sick bounce ball though.
I've never seen that before. That was swag right there.
Yeah. And a slightly suboptimal D boost. Should have been a forward D boost, or D boost where you hold forward at the beginning. Yeah, so we didn't see the save from MGA. So he is committed. If this is like Croc or something, it's going to be kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, Croc would be just about the only transition that he would really be stuck at. I think we've seen the front of Lower Norfair, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, we say Croc would be bad, but it could be good, if he checks both of those majors and one of them is charge.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Zeb is going to be finding his various suit momentarily.
Oh.
So, the back of wrecked ship connecting us to meme route, Forgotten Highway. Interesting. Meme Highway Forgotten route. I like it. We still
Yeah,
haven't.
MGA did not save scum, so yeah, a bit awkward.
We still haven't seen either of the right-hand side of criteria transitions, have we?
I don't believe so.
I would have to say one of them is likely going to be either East Meridian or Lower Norfair, just based on the number of transitions left.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Now, of course, whether it's the aqueduct or the back of Lower Norfair, that remains to be seen. But might be an awkward dance through the back of East Meridian.
Yeah. I mean, worst case situation for MGA or no, we've already seen G4. I was about to say, if we saw like the other end of LN leads to East Meridian, the other end of East Meridian leads to Turian, that would be pretty bad for MGA. But G4 was somewhere, I think West Meridian maybe?
Yeah, it was actually the left side of criteria.
Left side of criteria, that's it. So French vanilla.
We've got
Yeah.
Lower Norfair.
Yeah, and MGA does have the ammo to get this done and still have quite a bit left over without even using power bombs. It's going to be 25 missiles and, or excuse me, 25 supers and 30 missiles.
And it looks like he is checking pretty much all the miners along the way. We'll see if he checks jail. Yep.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I wonder if MGA is at this point committing to no charge.
It seems like it. If he's committed to the boss route or just boss rush, he's probably going to want to pick up all the miners along the way that he can.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
unfortunately, he's just fighting these missiles.
not what you want to see when you're on the hunt for supers. And meanwhile, Zeb has a lead on him on the super missile count with 3 extra packs.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah, so we'll see what Zeb decides to do here.
Like Zeb also skipped the save.
Yeah. I guess with Zeb, having seen West Meridian, like, everything here will lead you to something else you can do. Either a boss or it's one of the criteria portals and you check the remaining criteria portals.
Right. Yeah, the advantage of that extra information, letting him make decisions a little bit more confidently.
Yeah.
Oh, MGA. I was just gonna say, MGA not having to do any real farming here other than this one super missile.
Nice.
And does have a cushion. He's got 29 extra missiles and then whatever power bombs if he does happen to miss any of his supers. Very good manipulation, getting all those pogos in to just fire missiles right into Ridley's chin.
All right, and there goes Ridley.
Very nice fight.
Oh, nice nice camera manipulation for Zeb there.
If he is seeing that, even if he'd succeeded at his sprint or his speedball earlier, it would have just been a missile pack. I'm not sure I would have wanted to know that.
Hmm.
Has the energy now to do the Shine Spark up the climb.
Yeah. And so if Charge Beam is somewhere en route, I'm inclined to say MGA has a pretty decent lead here. But those 3 extra super packs that Zeb has can have a non-zero impact on this race.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if Charge isn't a long path and MGA doesn't hunt for it, I mean, he's hunting for miners, and that's possibly even a slower hunt. A good question from chat. Did MGA check the top of Red Tower? Does he know where Crate is?
Yes.
Okay.
So, laugh at Zeb for the 40 power bombs. Zeb has an equal number of power bombs and supers.
It is a mighty arsenal.
This bad boy can fit so many crystal flashes. And Zeb's just leaving here, which is kind of interesting to me.
Wondering if he's just checking the other transition and then maybe heading back.
Oh, he hadn't checked this yet. So I think, yeah, both our runners picking up a super missile pretty much simultaneously.
I mean, until they find Charge, that's the name of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little surprised we're not seeing a GT check from MGA here. He's on the right side. He's got enough supers to do Green Gate glitch.
So at this point, MGA is committing to the miner hunt. So you really have to pick whether you're looking for charge or ammo. If you're trying to do both, then you're just putting yourself in a losing position. And GT is quite a long check for just one major item.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, this is not really what MGA wanted to see as his payoff. Especially since, did he see East Meridia, or did he just full-on go LN?
I think he just went full on LN.
That's kind of unfortunate.
Zeb also picking up Spring Ball at Firefleas.
Yeah, and MGA will be getting high jump boots, so that's actually a pretty significant part of Zeb's advantage that he doesn't get. And MGA, without enough health to spark up, has to do some has to think a bit about how to pick up these high jump boots.
Mama Turtle not being cooperative. Ooh.
And Mama Turtle hits like a truck, so...
At this point, I was going to Crystal Flash. I was going to say I might just reset the room, but...
Yeah.
That was a bit scary there for a second.
MGA, please. MG's gonna spring ball jump up here.
Ooh, that was that was close. I didn't think he was gonna get it.
Oh my goodness.
MGA combining about 3 or 4 different techs to pick up those high jump boots.
Yeah.
I love it. This is what we came here to see today. Meanwhile, Zeb filling Ridley's face with supers.
Yeah, should be a some. Yeah, I love when Ridley hops away at the right moment. It should be, you know, Zeb saved just a bit there by having not only 30 supers, but significantly more than 30 supers.
MGA thinking about it.
Yeah, that's the less favorable East Meridia, but here I would still take that.
Yeah, I mean he's got Botwoon access for sure.
And I think with that we have a completed map.
I don't think we've seen. Oh no, we have seen Croc. No, we haven't.
Croc is Chronic Boost. I think that's the only transition neither of the players have checked.
Yep, I do believe you were right. Okay, I think it makes a little bit more sense that MGA decided not to take that East Meridia transition because he knew how close he was to Kraid. And if he goes back out Aqueduct, he's not. I don't think he knows where that's going to spit him back out.
I'm still confused by this route. I still don't get why you wouldn't just... Like, is his plan to kill Kraid and then go back to East Meridia and see where that leads?
I think that's the play. I mean, we have the advantage of knowing that Aqueduct spits us back out at Criteria, but if he doesn't know where the front of Aqueduct is, or maybe he does through the power of deduction, but I think he's still missing a few transitions. So it's got to be get Kraid now, get the boss you know, and then go forward through East Meridia.
Yeah. Now, also worth mentioning here, Zeb is 1 super away from being able to kill Mother Brain, assuming refilling after doors.
And MGA probably very happy to see that ice beam.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, we're going to get a peek at the major behind Botwoon.
Just a knee tank.
So really, the only major we're likely to see, the only other major we're going to be likely to see is the one behind Dragon. And then I think it's probably go mode for Turian.
Yeah, assuming Zeb's able to get ammo quickly enough.
Right.
Alright, let's see what MGA's plan is here.
Zeb might also be banking on Gauntlet, the items behind Gauntlet, since he hasn't checked it yet.
Yeah, Gauntlet does have 2 missiles, which combined with this one would get Zeb to the amount he needs. And to be fair, Zeb is already he already technically has enough ammo. It would just require some not fun refills after breaking glass.
Yeah, that that never feels good, being face to face with Mother Brain and then having to turn around. Hold on, time out. I gotta go buy ammo. I'll be right back. The MGA looping in phaser check. We'll see if he face checks it.
Dragon is not being nice. If I were Zeb, I'd be a little bit scared about sparking into her. But he doesn't take any chain damage. He's just that good. Doesn't even want the blue suit. Thinks twice about it. Eventually checks Dragon's space jump vanilla. Yeah, you're gonna pick that up.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, it's gonna save you time just crossing Coliseum.
Mm-hmm.
MGA's finding Turian. Guess he hadn't seen it.
He hadn't seen that earlier. And that shows you just how trying to continue onward on the good paths without being thorough can hurt you, compared to Zeb, who really prioritized checking area transitions a lot more.
Yeah, it just underscores how important information is in area rando.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nice wobble by Zeb. Oh, a nice space jump. Zeb almost dropped that. That was impressive. So I'm inclined to say Zeb checks criteria PBs and then Gauntlet here. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, if this is a super missile pack, he's going to be in real comfortable position.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
MGA deftly dodging those power bombs.
Zeb actually did Aqueduct earlier. He did Aqueduct, then went back, checked the lower Norfair transition. And then eventually came back to Meridia.
Touchwound giving the meme pattern.
Yeah, and those who may not be familiar with area rando, Zeb? Where is Zeb going?
That is an excellent question.
I really thought he was about to finish off the game.
I'm wondering if he got his transitions mixed up. Either by tracking or... It looks like he's headed for the top right of Everest.
Not everyone's experience with area rando gives them a break. Yeah, you know, just some real beginner, some beginner jitters here from Zeb.
On the hunt for more miners, it looks like.
I think he might be about to enter panic mode. Realizing that he has misremembered Turian's location. Yeah, looks like he's coming back the way that he came, hopefully.
Right, Zeb, warm. Warmer. Yep, warmer.
And finally, at 49 minutes and 45 seconds in, Zeb breaks this tube.
I mean, why destroy the private property of other people on Zebus when you can avoid it? And Zeb does find Turian.
You know, he just wanted that extra missile for security.
Hey, you know, we all have our different levels of risk tolerance.
Nice spike suit from MGA with spring ball on. That's super difficult. Also, that was a terrifying spark. I actually can't believe MGA just went for that with the health that he had.
Yeah, I'll admit, I tensed up a little bit. When he jumped, I was like, oh no.
So this is a feature of Area Rando, where at Turian, you get a free refill since you might be far away from ship. Turian's not far away from ship in this case, but it's just a universal thing.
It looks like MGA's saving his spike suit.
I cannot be convinced that saved time. Oh. Zeb, you're really scaring me with these baby manips. Alright.
Made it through, though. Meanwhile, we did see that plasma check turning up empty, not our charge beam.
Actually, a little bit surprised to see Zeb go for the save here. It will help him out in this instance, but generally, death to Mother Brain is not something you expect to be able to recover from.
Yeah, it might just be the ammo position that he's in, just wanting to be extra cautious.
Mm-hmm.
The MGA is going to be checking left sand pit as well in the meantime.
Yeah, so Zeb can miss 5 missiles here. Zeb can miss 2 missiles here.
Should be in the clear now. Mother Brain doesn't move too much once catch-up starts.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right. Yeah, nicely done, Zeb. Very good fight. Meanwhile, MGA is still really far off from ammo go mode.
Yeah, and we see him checking the majors too. So it's the hunt for charge might be back on. Jay will find the super pack that's up here at landing site power bombs.
And then he'll only be four super packs off of ammo go mode. But yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I think a lot of MGA's supposed lead melted away once charge became hidden somewhere. Like, even if charge is en route, I'm still not sure that MGA wins this, especially with some weird routing decisions. Or, yeah, some interesting routing decisions for sure on his part, but it would have been a lot closer.
Yeah, I think it would have been a much tighter race. It also kind of depends on when charge showed up. If it was behind Dragon, it might have still been a little bit too late. But definitely if it had been earlier, Green Bryn somewhere in there could have been potentially a different outcome. Zeb just with the escape left. GA checking shaft supers. And is rewarded.
Yeah.
Alright, do we see the moonfall from Zeb? We do.
Yes, of course. The final moonfall in the game. Alright, and MGA wants ideally one more super pack here. Doesn't find it. And he will not be finding it before Zeb finishes the game in first place with an official racetime.gg time of 57 minutes and 21 seconds. And unfortunately, in response to that, MGA does forfeit. So GG to both of our runners.
Yeah, GG for sure.
Alright, and we are joined now by the winner of today's race, Zeb316. GG.
Yeah, GG, thanks.
How are you feeling about that one?
Overall good, except for forgetting Torian at the end. So I had checked that early, and I had remembered, okay, like, throughout the last, 15 minutes, I just kept thinking, what was that, and I just couldn't remember the entire time, and I was like,
Oof.
I remembered it being something I couldn't get through, so I was thinking, okay, it's something I couldn't get through because I didn't have power bombs or supers, or suits, so I was trying to remember what it was, and I was thinking maybe it was like the Norfair, but once I saw that the top right part of Meridia went to the back of the other Meridia, then I knew that that and that Norfair lava dive entrance were the only two left. So they had to go to Croc and Torian. And I knew it wasn't Croc there, so had to be Torian.
Yeah. We are joined now as well by MGA GG.
Hey, GG. Congrats, Zeb.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it was definitely an interesting one. I think a lot of it came down to, for a bit, it seemed that MGA had a lead, but then when Charge didn't show up anywhere on path, Zeb, a lot of your earlier ammo checks in like West Meridia had really helped. Because you were like 3 super packs ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like kind of playing these seeds, planning on not getting charged. So I like to check things early for situations basically like this, where you get both suits relatively early. So then you're a little bit closer to ammo go mode, and you don't need to worry as much about continuing to check majors, because in this situation, the only thing that would be really helpful was charge beam. And I still check stuff along the way, just because a charge beam would have been huge to save me a lot of time. But I really didn't want to have to like spend time looking at like out of the way checks for it.
Yeah, and Charge was at grapple, so that was pretty dang out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to get miners, but the way the routing went for me, there just weren't too many chances for me to get like on the way supers or missile packs.
Yeah, there were a lot of power bombs too along the way.
Yeah.
I just accidentally picked up 40, so.
And missiles. Wow. But yeah, I don't think there's much I could have done there. It's just kind of unlucky. I did some weird things. It's just, I was thinking and playing at the same time, so I wasn't really planning appropriately, I guess. But I mean, I don't think there's any way I could have won it.
Yeah, definitely you had a tough opponent, and I think, Zeb, you would probably agree that of all 7 weeks, this is your strongest one.
Yeah, this is definitely my strongest one. I've done like literal hundreds of area boss major minor randos, and this is a little bit different because it's not boss randomizer. There are a lot of subtleties that adds, but it's still like it's still similar enough that like I guess, yeah, it's the one that I'm the most experienced in, I guess. Yeah, I was pretty glad to get MGA in this week instead of a different week, because this week is a lot less about movement than some other weeks are. Where I think that MGA's advantage over me is in that movement. But...
I did find some cool items like Spring Ball and Space Jump, and I was happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, MGA's tracker is completely lit up except for Charge Beam, unfortunately.
Yeah, I realized I was really worried at the beginning when I went into Red Tower that I would just get stuck there and have to reset. Because that was looking like it might end up happening. Once I went back later in the seed and saw that there were only missiles at Old Mother Brain, I realized that Gauntlet had to be bombs, and then there had to be like some minor, either power bombs or supers in the back. I think it had to be power bombs at that point.
No, actually, it was 2 missiles.
In the back, Gauntlet? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bombs, I guess, could open... What else do bombs open? Is the tube clip and logic? I didn't think that was...
No, it's not.
Oh, it opens 230. Okay, and that's power bombs.
Yeah.
I saw that on MGA's. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, like... I was a little bit worried, not like super worried, once I found that Varia suit in Norfair. I tend to avoid Norfair in these area rando seeds, because there tends to be other items you can check first faster, and as you could see, like, from when I did go to Norfair, by the time I did, I didn't have to farm at all. I just went to Norfair Reserve, and then I went to Wave, and I found the Varia suit. so I got to skip farming, so that saves some time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to Norfair with 1 E-Tank and 1 reserve, and I did the hell runs with that.
Yeah.
Finding Varia though was, I was very happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, GG's to both of you. Zeb, congrats for joining Simo in the 4-1 bracket. We'll see quite a few people will be joining by the end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the possible names that can be there, though, I don't think there are any easy wins necessarily.
Yeah, maybe if a guy named Nevdi loses, there might be one easy win, but
Oh, there you go, yeah. And yeah, MGA, unfortunately, you are dropping down to 3-2. Still playoff chances, though. Just gotta win the next 2 weeks and then the tiebreaker race.
Yeah. Still nervous though, for sure. I don't think there's any more easy matches to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Definitely, there are too many good people in this tournament. But yeah, best of luck to both of you as you finish out the last 2 weeks of the Swiss. Any final closing comments from either of you?
Just thanks for racing, Zeb. Congrats on the win. Good luck in your future matches, and thanks, Glove and Count Cranberry, for comment, and Hockey for tracking. Thank you.
yeah, thanks for calming and tracking. GG to you as well. Really looking forward to watching this one back too. Should be a good time.
Awesome. You want to close us out, Count Cranberry?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely, go check out our runners, check out their Twitch pages, give them a follow. As you can see from their performance in this race, lots to learn, lots of really swag moves that we saw. It was a lot of fun to watch. So thank you both, and thanks to my co-commentator, and thanks to our tracker, the Hockey Towner, and SpeedGaming staff for making this all possible. Check out the rest of the races. I think this was the last one today, but we do have several more tomorrow. So check on back, and we'll see you next mission. Thanks, everybody.